Now, in October 2025, I was scrolling across YouTube and I ran across this amazing video with the Knipex Cobra extra small set of pliers and a great EDC kit to carry a lot of extra gear. And so recently I went on Amazon, I saw the tool and I bought it. Or did I? Well, that's where this story takes a dramatic turn, because actually this video in 2025 was put out by Todd Parker. And that video netted him over 400,000 views and is now ranked as one of his top videos on his channel. He has less than 100,000 subscribers, and this video just did outstanding. There was a huge outpouring of interest in this tool set. And at the end of his video, he closed it like this, that he had only made 100 units of his creative product, and 50 of them were loaded with tools. 50 of them were just empty shells that you could load with tools. He was going to put it on Etsy. He was going to put the files for this so that you could 3D print it yourself. And then his fully loaded tools and all that he had done would be gone forever. It would be all up to you. And that's where this tool right here comes into play, because it wasn't that long ago on Amazon, I began to see that this was available and that you could buy this tool. And so that's exactly what I did. I went onto Amazon and I bought this tool, and not too long ago, it came in the mail, and that's what I want to review for a little bit. And then the plot thickens and it gets darker. So I missed out on the initial drop of this tool on Etsy, and I wasn't able to get a loaded version or the version with just the 3D printed plastic handle carrier for the Knipex Cobra. And so I thought, well, there's probably nothing I can do except to maybe eventually have it printed for me. And eventually I did go on and I made that video where I talked about how with the Work Pro you can fit it out with the next tool, keychain, handle, and it becomes very useful. So this video inspired me to do that mod, and you can check out all those mod videos if you become a channel member. And what I decided to do was buy this mod from Amazon, and I realized that it would take a couple days, weeks to get here, and just eventually this came here maybe last week. And so I was able to get the 7-Eleven Leatherman ratchet right here and to fit it right in. And then there are 4 notches right here for Victorinox tools. Now, I don't have a bunch of extra Victorinox tools, or even I don't have a ton of Victorinox tools, period, because I like a lot of tools with pliers. And so I do have like the Firefly. Now the tip of this is broken off a little bit, but it does fit in there. I have these tweezers. These I think are actually from the Felissa, or the, maybe the Felissa or the Byberry, the mini pliers that come in the handles, and I've torn several apart and have some extra on hand. This is again the 7-Eleven Leatherman style ratchet right there. And because this one is broken off, I think it is having a little bit of a problem with the retention staying in there. And then on the other side, you have these that accept those micro drivers from Leatherman. So this is where things start going downhill a little bit. Now this tool is functional and it does fit in the slot. This is the Leatherman micro bit driver. It does fit in here, but this is the original one, the red one from Etsy that I bought from Todd Parker's shop, and it actually does look so much better made. So let's go ahead and put this in this slot right here. It comes with 2 of these that you can have 2 micro bit drivers. And the other thing is that technically you're supposed to be able to put this driver in the handle right here, and I have a feeling that might not, I'm not sure that that even really works right there, which with Todd Parker's one, you can actually fit this supposedly in the handle like so and use it almost like a ratchet driver. Yeah, and with this one right here, if you can, you're going to have to almost, it just doesn't look like it fits that well. It does fit in the slot. You're able to put that micro bit driver in there, put it in the tool. All that works, but definitely things are starting to look a little bit loose as they fit in here. You can see that it doesn't look finished extremely well from the 3D printing. And then one of the big things is that the ratchet driver that he uses, and maybe it's just because I don't have it, but this is the only 7-Eleven ratchet that I can get to fit in this one. So re-looking at the video of Todd Parker's, I think maybe I did get the wrong 7-Eleven ratchet head for this tool, but this one that is the Leatherman one actually does work. In the original video, he was able to get what looks like a 1/4-inch driver on the back from 7-Eleven, and it fit right in here, but on mine, only this works, so I think he was using a different 7-Eleven ratchet head though. So I think that is one of the things. But I was able to get a 7-Eleven ratchet that I have on hand. In here, I was able to get these bits. These right here are the bits from those great little stubby screwdrivers. These are the Steinwell bits, and they fit in very securely, and then you can have double-sided bits in the end of this tool. So 10 days ago, it popped up on my feed that Todd Parker had posted about the very tool holder that I now hold. And he had said this is a garbage reproduction of his tool, and that he had marked his 3D printed tool as only for non-commercial use. You are not to resell it. And so he sees this as a blatant ripoff, and as someone trying to profit from what he spent hours and days and perhaps weeks trying to design and perfect himself. And so to some extent, I was very happy to actually be able to get something, because I don't have a 3D printer. I probably should get one. But ultimately, if he had marked it that it was not for commercial use, then obviously that was not the right move to make to sell this commercially. And so it actually got so bad for Todd Parker that he mentioned people were asking for a refund because they thought this was from him. They were saying, hey, what you have made and what you claim that this tool does, it's not working. The toothpick, like we mentioned right here, it's not holding very securely. Your design isn't very good. And he had to tell them, hey, it's not my design. Someone has stolen, I guess you could say, stolen my design and is reselling it. So then there was another post from him as well, where he talks about it again and about how awful it is. And he tells people, do not buy this. And then he does mention eventually that coming up in the next month or so, he is making his own version, which will be available for people to buy. And it will be much better than even his first version, and way better than this tool that I hold in my hands right now. So that is part of the exciting news, part of the drama that's going on with this tool. Now, as you can see from the shots from Todd Parker talking about his new tool, his new one will even include, it looks like a set of scissors, and it will have holders for bits on the side for easier access. Unfortunately, this counterfeit design, I think the bits are supposed to be able to recess all the way up. They don't in mine, so that's unfortunate. But I do think that this new version from Todd Parker looks even better and will definitely be really, really good. So if you are thinking about buying this counterfeit product, I definitely would wait, hold off, because it looks like really cool things are happening.